Hello friends, Iceberg with Dillon Brothers Harley Davidson, and today I'm going to take you through a walkthrough of the all-new 2020 Harley Davidson Ultra Limited. We're going to start with the engine on this Limited, where you have the Milwaukee 8 twin-cooled 114 engine. This has the full new blacked out engine option on here. I am a huge fan of the blacked out motor on this motorcycle, really complementing with the new color scheme on this bike, which is going to be the River Rock and Vivid Black. I will take the camera over the gas tank here so you can see all the nice flake coming through that River Rock running through it, just really adding some nice extra touches on this motorcycle. Move down, you can see that the exhaust is completely blacked out as well to kind of complement once again all the color schemes on this bike. Huge fan of the blacked out 114 on this Limited. Speaking of blacked out, let's talk about the wheels on this motorcycle. You have the 18-inch 130 in the front and the 18-inch 180 in the rear. These are complemented with the all-new Tomahawk gloss black satin rims. Once again, huge fan of what Harley's doing with the blacked out series. These rims really pop on this motorcycle and definitely flow with the entire color scheme of the bike. Sticking up front, where you have the all blacked out Brembo braking system. ABS is standard on these models now, and continuing to move up, the completely blacked out forks leading up to the famous Batwing fairing that's on these motorcycles. Inside the fairing, you do have the Boom GTS system once again. This is all tempered glass. Everything is touchscreen on here. Full color screen. I have done a full complete walkthrough from last year on the GTS system. It is on our YouTube channel, and I do plan on bringing you more updated videos on the GTS system as well. Certain things that I was not versed in on knowledge on these systems, so I am going to break those up a little bit later down the road in the fall, doing a little bit more walkthroughs on the GTS system. You do have the two speakers in your fairing as well as on the back of the tour pack, completing the 4-speaker system. The audio quality on these motorcycles is incredible. You can be wearing a full face helmet, not having synced up to Bluetooth, and you are still going to be able to hear the sound on these with complete clarity. Speaking of Bluetooth, your phone will sync through this system here, and you have talk to text. So if you're receiving text, you can just talk right into your microphone in your helmet, and it's going to come through and be sent off message-wise through there. You're also going to be able to sync all of your music through here, anything that you want Bluetooth. Really nice options on this motorcycle. Sticking up front and moving to the handlebars, this has a nice swoop back, pulled back feel for extreme comfort for your longer rides. Moving out on there, your toggles and switches are exactly where you expect them to be on your HD touring motorcycles. You do have standard cruise control on here, and as well, now standard on these motorcycles comes with heated grips with 6 different settings. So if you are riding in cooler weather and you want to keep your hands nice and toasty, now standard with heated grips. Let's talk about riding time on this Limited. Moving back to the gas tank, I have already touched on the color of the River Rock and Vivid Black. This is going to be a 6-gallon gas tank. You are going to get a ton of riding time on this motorcycle before having to worry about hitting the pumps. This motorcycle does have a 6-speed transmission, so you are going to have tons of power on your interstate long rides. No matter what gear you're in, you're going to have a lot of fun with torque, and definitely all the passing power you are possibly going to want on this Limited. Moving to the center of the motorcycle, where you have the very nice HD touring seat on this Ultra Limited. These seats are incredibly comfortable, and that is exactly what you want on your larger touring motorcycles. You are going to take these bikes long distances, and you want comfort. You have the very nice lower back support on here, and then your passenger is also going to be extremely comfortable with the wonderful large back pad on here, and then of course your full wraparound, very nice and very comfortable backrest for your passenger that is attached to your tour pack on this bike. wraparound lights on the tour pack. Lots of cars are going to see you day or night. They are definitely going to see that full wraparound lighting system on there. Very nice on here. And then down below your touring pack, you have the one-touch saddlebags. I've loved these since they first came out. Really nice that you just click a finger and your saddlebags open up. So if you're going from state to state, sometimes different helmet laws apply. If you don't feel like wearing your helmet, you do not have to worry about pulling your motorcycle over. You can just crank that thing right open with one finger, pop your lid off, throw it in the bag, good to go. These are also extremely roomy bags, and then with the tour pack as well, you're going to be able to pack a whole lot of stuff in this motorcycle. This obviously being a full touring motorcycle, this is going to be a very large motorcycle. Your seat height does come in at 27.5 inches, so it's tall but not super tall. And then the final weight on this thing, fully loaded and ready to go, comes in at 917 pounds, which when you're riding it and you're out on the interstate, you do not feel the weight of this motorcycle at all. They handle extremely well. Very fun to kind of dip into corners on these bikes. I really do truly enjoy, even for your larger touring motorcycle, how these handle. Speaking of handling, there is a new option this year called the Reflex defense system on these. Now, it is an optional upgrade to the motorcycle. If you're riding on some kind of hairpin turns, the motorcycle is going to help you react to that with throttle response, braking response, keeping your bike in a nice straight line, and also helping you rip through the corners. So as I said, this is going to be an optional upgrade on these motorcycles. I do believe it runs around $1,000 to add that system to the bike. But if you're someone who is constantly going on much longer rides, going through different areas that maybe you don't know all the twists and turns and where some really sharp turns are going to come in, the motorcycle is going to help you through those areas with that optional system. Another new feature on this Limited here and on most of the larger touring motorcycles is going to be your HD Connect. Through the HD App Store, you're going to be able to go in, and this is going to completely have everything sent to your smartphone of any issues with your motorcycle. It has a full theft alert. It's going to be able to track your bike. It's going to give you alerts through your smartphone of low fuel, if someone's tampering with your motorcycle, if your tire pressure is low, oil's low. It's all going to be connected through your smartphone, through the HD app. I really like that add-on to this, and that is a standard. I believe there might be a monthly service fee to that. I think the first year it comes free, and then after that it will cost you a little bit of money a month. But to have that security on your smartphone, if you've left your bike out in a parking lot while you're working all day and someone comes over and starts messing with your bike, your phone is going to let you know someone's out messing around with your bike and it's time to boogie down and see what's going on. So really nice options and upgrades for 2020. I'm a very big fan of this River Rock color design on this bike, and definitely how they're blacking everything out. Once again, that's an option. That isn't across the board, so if you're still the chrome lover and like the older school ways with that, you can still get those motorcycles as well. But for me personally, I am a huge fan of the blacked out version on this motorcycle. And if you are local in Omaha, Nebraska and would like to come see this 2020 Ultra Limited in person, please stop out at Dillon Brothers Harley Davidson today. Come check it out. If you are watching this video via YouTube and are interested in this motorcycle, for an average cost of around $600, we can ship a bike like this from our door to your door. And as always, from the entire Dillon Brothers Harley Davidson family, thank you so much for checking out our videos. And always remember, gear up, ride safe. Thanks a lot.